Ben, we're down here at your home gym, Leicester Lightning.
Yeah, Leicester Lightning.
So is this an amateur gym as well?
Yeah, it's an amateur club. I think he's only got 3 professionals, myself, Keenan Wingfield and Bradley Dawes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a good stable of amateurs. It's a sort of club where you take about 8 lads into the nationals and you come out with at least 5 national champions sort of thing. We've got a good amateur squad and hopefully we try to start building.
Did you box here as an amateur then?
I didn't, unfortunately. I boxed with my dad, Sean Norman, who fought like Prince Nassim and Paul Weir and Robin Regan and stuff like that as a professional. So obviously he started his amateur club up and that, and obviously I just followed him in family's footsteps because going to boxing at the age of 4 actually, so I've been boxing about 21 years.
Well, because it is a real fight for me, because I know your brother, Lou's, and in fact I met your dad when Lou's come up to box Matt Leach at Victoria Warehouse. Your dad was up there with him then, so obviously it's in your genes then.
Yeah, like I say, my uncle was boxing and that, had a go amateur. My dad was on what kind of carried on and went professional. He's more of a tough journeyman, shall we say, sort of thing. He fought everyone. His manager was sort of where he just rang up, oh yeah, you're fighting in Scotland tomorrow, and he didn't have a choice, just yeah, well, I'm going to fight. But obviously, and then my brother's had a go, he's having a bit of a rest now, sort of thing, trying to sort his head out. But now it's
your brother, you know, if you look at all those bantamweights and super bantamweights, he's fought the best in the country.
Yeah,
and a few of the best in the world.
You look at his losses and it's like, there's not one loss that he's had where you're like, oh, he's not actually any good. He's actually lost to all decent prospects sort of thing. But he's just saying he'll just literally box anyone and give him a good go going for it sort of thing.
You know something though, I miss that because it doesn't happen enough.
No.
You know, I believe, you know, boxing is about finding out how good you can be.
Yeah.
And this is why I've come here to talk to you, because this is one of those fights where, you know, it's only your 6th fight, I think it is, isn't it?
6th fight.
I think it's Connor's 8th fight, isn't it?
Something like
yeah. Yeah, I think it's 8th fight. And you're both good, you know, you're both winning, so someone's always got to go.
Yeah, that's it. So I think me and Connor's getting to the point where he can start fighting journeyman or keep on doing that. Learning the game, or you get offered an opportunity like this and go in it. Like, I've always been taught from my family and DJs are for records. I'd rather be involved in 50-50 fights. Like you look at Dave Ryan and people like that who had quite a few losses, but then look what they achieved in their career.
Well, let's go. This is the best one, isn't it? This is a modern day one. Who is probably it's never been done before. Is Craig Derbyshire against Tommy Franks.
Yeah.
Now, if he would have won that, and a lot of people believe he did win that, his record I think was 8-28-2.
Yeah.
That's unheard of. That's unheard of. That. And 4 of those 8 wins were for titles.
Yeah.
2 Central Area belts at different weights, and 2 English titles.
Yeah.
Now that's got to give everyone like.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like I've sparred actually Craig up to this fight as well as Tommy Franks.
Yeah.
So I've sparred them both come up in this training camp, and yeah, he's one of those where you look at his record and if you turn up on your night where Bob Wright you're fighting and he can't turn up, you've done a bit of research, looked at his history, you're like, oh yeah, he's had more losses than he has wins, and then he gets in there, you think, oh, this is a bit of an hard night.
Yeah. It's that big overhand right that he throws, isn't it? He just wings it in, doesn't he?
So I think he might be a little bit smaller than me actually, but he can bang. He's a decent boxer, same as Brett Fido. You look at his record, you look how many people he's upset in the past sort of thing. But yeah, it's like you just don't take anyone lightly, whether they've got a losing record.
I went down when Brett Fido was when Craig Derbyshire was I think it was his English title against Marcel Braithwaite. He lost to him, but I went down to do a little interview with him, and him and his coach Niall Armand said we went on the road earning and learning.
Yeah.
I love that. Because you know something it's a nice saying and everything, but it's very hard to do because once you've accepted defeat, and obviously you've accepted defeat quite a few times, to find that extra little bit to make sure you win that fight.
Yeah.
It's really hard because you must be thinking in the back of your mind, well, if it goes to points, I'm not going to get the decision anyway.
Yeah.
So will you try that much harder? You know, it's mental thing. It must be really hard, and he must be mentally really tough as well as physically.
Well, it's like Craig's obviously changed his career completely around. Like I said, look where he was where he first started. It's like he actually boxed my brother on one of his comeback fights. And I thought, oh yeah, he's a tough kid, but speaking to Craig and that behind the scenes, he says that he used to not even train for fights, he used to just literally turn up and that. And I think he won a couple on a trot. I thought, you know, I could have a go at this.
I don't think he ever used to spar.
No, he didn't. He'd be drinking and his manager would be like, oh yeah, he's doing a fight at the weekend. But yeah, alright. But now he's putting it, obviously all the effort into it, and obviously it's paying off. 2-time Central Area champion, 2-time English champion, now British title champion. It's unreal, really. It
is a great story. But back to your story with little Conner Butler.
Yeah.
Because it'll Storm in Norman.
Yeah, a little Storm in Norman.
You both must be, like you say, outside of Craig Derbyshire, you both got to be the smallest in the business, haven't you?
Yeah, like I say, when you got the likes of Rhys Taylor, who's actually the shortest boxer in Britain, obviously it makes his two look big, sort of thing.
He's actually fighting on our show tomorrow night against the kid I mentioned before, Brandon Deal.
Oh yeah. He's Rhys is a nice lad, to fair, but he's the sort where you look at him and think of his size, but he can honestly be a nightmare for anyone. I've boxed him twice. It's like my last fight, Glenn McCory actually commented on it, and he was like, oh yeah, Norman needs to keep his distance, but is that sort of awkward where you'll be throwing your shots, but he comes in and holds you, and the ref don't really say it. He can make you look very messy, sort of thing. He is quite good at what he does.
That's why I think in his 16 losses, I think he's only been stopped once.
Yeah.
So,
he is a
tough kid.
Yeah, he is a tough kid.
Again, let's get back to the fight when I come down here. Well, we could talk all day. Like I say, a genuinely good fight.
Yeah.
We've got to mention to everyone because we started the boxing early.
Yeah.
And after your fight, I believe the Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury fight goes ahead.
Yeah.
On the big screen.
Yeah, so I was quite happy to play because I think when it got announced, I'm sure Conor had been the same kind of thing. Bloody hell, why does a big fight have to be on the same night?
It's not fair, is it?
Same when you've got like one on Box Nation, one on BT and one on Sky, and you're like, well, I don't know which one to watch. You have to record and then go back. But unlike me, I prefer to watch it live. It's not the same when you watch it live.
No, it's not. Watching live is totally different.
Because you go on Facebook, you see all the results and that, and you think, is there any point really watching it now?
Yeah. It takes that fun of the anticipation out of it, doesn't it?
You know, it's like, it's going to be nice as well, not having to wait too late to obviously to get in the ring and fight as well, and hopefully be able to watch out after as well.
Yeah, well, let's say hopefully everyone can stay down there and make a real night of it.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's a good little venue. Have you ever been to Olympia before?
I've had a look at it on Google and that, and it does look a good venue. Like I said, the best venue I've boxed so far as a professional is probably Leicester Morningside Arena. It's actually a basketball team I played there. But yeah, like I say, I think arena can make an event a lot better.
What could be good about this is it's a bit like your call where you'll get the crowd that will turn up for the early fights and then they'll disappear celebrating their mate's win.
Yeah.
But I think with this and the fact that they're putting the big screen on there, hopefully the whole crowd from the first fight to the last fight will stay, which will make for a brilliant atmosphere. If there's 2,500 people in there, that'll be some fun.
Oh yeah, like I say, I think the small hall shows, unfortunately, some of it what ain't televised. You see some best boxing in Britain really on these small hall shows. So like I say, like myself, like me and Conor, 50-50 fights as professionals, unless they're fighting for titles, they're just fighting journeymen really, not really putting their...
Well, they're learning fights, aren't they? That's what the small hall's for.
If
you don't get those learning fights, then you're never going to progress to the big stage, and if you do get on the big stage, you're not going to stay there.
No, that's it.
So it's where all the learning's done, but as we were saying before, you have to learn quick as a flyweight.
Yeah, like I say, I think our division in all of Britain, well, probably in the world, it's very overlooked. It's like I say, you go from people who have had a couple of fights, probably a couple of losses, there's no in between. It's like you go from kind of like regional area to like European level. There's like literally no in between.
No.
So you kind of have to learn fast, and you get the opportunities quicker, but at the same time it's like, well, you're having to learn a lot quicker than other divisions sort of thing. It's like you could be a welterweight.
It's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I say, but I am really looking forward to it because, like I say, I don't know too much about your style, but what Conner said to me, he said obviously you're a good fighter.
Yeah.
You've already fought twice before in the amateurs, so both on points.
Yeah, both on points. I think the first one may have been majority or split. I can't remember. It was a good cracking fight, but obviously it's amateur boxing. Obviously some judges prefer more aggressive, which Conner was really for that one. I was a bit more elusive than that.
What's your style? Because Conner can do a little bit of everything, but he is quite aggressive.
Yeah, I've changed a bit since I've started training full time under Chris Thatcher. I think it's my third fight under Chris. Been learning from, because I'd normally be a bit elusive, my hands down, in and out, like scoring points, bit amateurish, as now I'm sitting down, letting the shots go. Because, well, Connor's the same, we look small, we've got a good dig on it. So actually sitting down, actually utilising my power.
That 2 years out, which doesn't benefit anyone, but perhaps because you had those, I think you would have 4 fights under your belt before the lockdown came. Did that give you the insight into what you needed to work on, and did you work on in that 2 years, or did you have a full break from boxing?
I'll be honest with you, for about, I was in work, I weren't really out of work, so I was constantly working, but I thought, I do know what, I've been used, because before fights were quite quick after each other, but the case were like, I'll have a beer, I'll chill out for a bit, and people will laugh because they're like, how much weight do you put on it? But for me, he's a small lad, I walk around like 8 stone 5, really at my heaviest. I went up to like 9 stone, I had like a little pot belly and stuff like that. And people laugh, they're like, oh, I've had bigger turds than that and stuff like that. It's like, when you're like only small anyway and you've never been that way before, you feel, I feel a bit sluggish and that. So I started getting back in training, because obviously when the good news were that could start to have small group shows again, I was like, well, I need to start getting back in shape now. But now I just watch all my fights back sort of thing, and looking, and the same problem what I had for the first 4 was I start off really quick, then getting to the later rounds, still winning the rounds, but starting to deflate a bit, not being the same like snappiness and stuff like that. So in the last couple of fights I've been working on keeping the same pace, and if not rising it throughout the fight. So
taking it bit by bit. Start off steady and finish strong. Alright, so I'm looking forward. Are you? I know Connor's really excited about having the rounds, those extra rounds. He always feels he'll be better over those extra rounds, but he doesn't know. Same as yourself. You've done 2 6 rounds.
I've done 2 6s.
I think he's done the same 2 6s. Which is 2 fights since he joined us. But he feels that it's where you're going to see the best of him. Do you feel that's the same with yourself?
I think in this fight as well, like, because my brother is obviously very experienced, Benn Norman, like he says, because he would like doing like 4 rounders, 6 rounds, and then jumped up to 10 rounders. He says those 4 rounds can make a difference, sort of thing, and that's where you have to kind of show your grit a bit more, which I think it will suit me a lot more. Over these last 6 rounders that I've done, I've been improving and getting better throughout the round, so I think with that extra rounds on it, I think I'll start to show my calibre.
Like you say, this is where the real start of your boxing career is now, this fight.
Definitely.
The rounds are there, the quality of opponents there, and the opportunity to fight for a big title if you win.
Definitely. I believe, same as last fight, I boxed Stephen Jackson, which was kind of a bit of a step up, someone who actually come to win, shall we say. And I've always said to everyone, I think the better level opponent I box is the better I'll perform on the night and showing my skills. But like you say, not overlooking this fight. Obviously, we'll look at options obviously afterwards, but get his fight out of the way, hopefully win, and hopefully push on for the Commonwealth or just an international title.
Hopefully it'll open the door to those better opportunities and hopefully an opportunity to fight on the big stage.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I say, I think we deserve it really. It put a great fight on, sort of thing, both of us. Obviously, hopefully, I'm confident in my ability to win on the night. Like I say, I'm quite laid back in that, and I won't actually.
Well, that's why I was saying to you before. I quite like the way. I know Connor's never said anything negative about you.
Yeah.
But he did tell me he beat you twice, so that's and he does bring that up every time. So, So I think, I presume you want to make that third time unlucky.
Yeah, like I say, I thought I was quite unlucky in the fights, but it's amateur boxing, obviously, it's what everyone likes, but I thought I boxed good enough in those fights.
But you got enough confidence from those fights to go into this fight, believing that you'll win.
Yeah, I believe that this fight I'll right all the wrongs to rights. I believe I won boxing, the stuff we've been working on the game plan for this fight, I think we'll utilise it, and I think it'll work, especially for Connor's sort of style what we've been working on. But we've been working on different things in case it comes out with sort of different style, trying to trick us and stuff. But no, like I say, I wish Conner all the best, and obviously on the night made the best man win.
Have you got a small team coming up? Have you got a coach coming up with supporters?
Yeah, I've had people obviously like saying, "Oh, when you got tickets coming, when you got tickets coming." I'm like, I don't know actually. I don't know. So that's when I got in touch with my manager, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they'll be coming soon." I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah." So hopefully,
it's my visit.
Yeah. So hopefully, I should get a few supporters coming, sort of.
I'll make it good. You know what I mean? Fight in front of a few, because you know there'll be noise, won't there? You know
oh yeah, definitely.
And that'll make for a great atmosphere there.
Yeah.
And like I say, with the opportunity to not miss out on the big fight.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that big fight then.
Yeah.
Who wins?
Like I said, because it's heavyweight boxing, I think obviously any heavyweight's got a puncher's chance, but I think Tyson Fury, just the momentum and everything he's got, I believe he wins on a wild points. But you can't write Dillian Whyte.
But the thing is, you say you've got a puncher's chance, but I don't think that is true with Tyson Fury, because Dillian Whyte took him clean out in that 12th round a few years back now.
Yeah.
And he was asleep. The guy was asleep.
Yeah.
And he just got back up and then finished it. I mean, take that knockdown out of the place, he won the round.
Yeah.
You know, how did you? He was asleep for 5 seconds. Yeah. So I can't look past Tyson Fury. And obviously we're from the north. He used to box at a club just round the corner from us. Jimmy Eagles.
Yeah.
So I've got to go with Tyson.
Yeah, I'm swaying more towards Tyson. But like I say, it's a shame I've not seen Dillian Whyte yet at the press conference, because I was actually looking forward to the build-up, because now it's just more the Fury show, because you're not really seeing any Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, but he's good. He's a real showman, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I don't mind that too much. The more of Tyson I see, the more I like him. Listen, all I can say is may the best man win on April the 23rd. St George's Day as well.
Yeah, St George's Day, yeah.
So you'll be travelling up to the Lion's Den.
Yeah.
Because he's an adopted Scouser, because he's a Londoner.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, I think he moved up to Liverpool when he was about 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
So he's an adopted Scouser.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of support. And, like yourself, he's a really nice lad. So all I can say, even though I'm team IP, I'm going to say make the best man win.
Thank you very much.
Ben, you take care. Oh, one last thing I've got to ask. I did mention it before, but I want it on camera. Ben, you're named after Nigel Ben.
Yeah, 2 N's in my first name.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And your brother, he's named after Joe Louis.
Yeah, after Joe Louis, yeah.
You had no option then. Boxing, you was always going to be destined to be a boxer.
Yeah, that's it. As soon as birth, that's it. He's going to be a boxer.
And listen, you take care. We'll see you in 2 weeks on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Ben, take care, mate.
Bye.